there would be days when I would only sleep 4 hours during college, right? Then you only lose sleep for a few days. One thing you would have been told 1,000 times, and here's the 1,001th time that I'm telling you, then you are not a media professional. But you are not just a Gen Z, you are also a media professional. And if you're a media professional, you must keep yourself updated.
Hello everyone, welcome to our podcast series GEHU Junction, where conversations meet curiosity. Today we are joined by Ms. Laksa Upreti, who interned with the Times of India and is now currently working as assistant producer in ITV Network News Act. Ma'am, we are truly honored to have you here today.
Happy to be here.
Now ma'am, a slightly unfair but an interesting first question. You have topped your batch all 3 years, represented Uttarakhand in the National Youth Speech Competition and won various intra-university competition. So tell me honestly, when did sleep officially leave your life?
It left in the first semester, not gonna lie. But the thing is that if you learn to work a little extra from the starting, then when you'll enter the industry, this won't seem too big of a challenge. Alright? And apart from that, these things never took the sleep, because when you're doing when you're doing a competition or anything, then you only lose sleep for a few days. I've also worked in the editorial teams and stuff, and that was constant work. So yes, there would be days when I would only sleep 4 hours during college life.
Okay, that's a tough life. Well, now talking about college life, how does it feel back to be in college as a guest, where once you were a student?
I genuinely do not feel like I'm here as a guest. I'm still in a phase where I feel like, okay, after this I have to attend a lecture. But it's great. I'm proud to be here again.
Okay, so again talking about the college life, if your proud college life had a headline, what would it be?
Happening.
Happening.
Yes, my college life was always happening, as it should be. And if you're a media student, I would advise you to keep on making it happen. Like every single instant, you should feel that you're doing something extra.
Now, as a senior, what's one mistake you see juniors repeatedly make?
Okay, one very common mistake is not read the newspaper, which is one thing you would have been told 1,000 times, and here's the 1,001th time that I'm telling you that you should read the newspaper. And if you're not able to get a grasp of all of that, you can for certainly pick up a news bulletin, go through it, find interesting channels, but keep yourself informed. If you do not have knowledge about things, then you are not a media professional.
But reading newspaper in recent ages feels so ancient and traditional. It doesn't come quite handy to the generation that we are in.
But you are not just a Gen Z, you are also a media professional. And if you're a media professional, you must keep yourself updated.
But updated with the new social media handles, is that equally fine as reading a newspaper, or it's somewhat degrading?
It is degrading. I will not lie to you. What you see in the media is 1/10 of what's actually there. So I would advise you, if you are not able to get into the habit instantly, however, that is the only way out to pick up a newspaper. But if it is so that in the starting you're not able to pick up a newspaper, please open ANI on Twitter, IANSPTI. These are few agencies from where you will get information. You don't want news content. You're a professional. You want information, data. Keep that with you.
So the conclusion is, we all need to read newspaper. Marks, skills, or connections? What is most important for a media person, a student who is currently pursuing mass comm?
Okay. Skills, then marks, then connections. However, there is one thing that you should know, that without skills, you will not be able to get marks in media, right? And because the thing is, at the end of the day, whatever you're writing on paper, that will only hold substance if you know the thing in and out, and that you'll only get to know when you have skills. And when you get skills, you get marks, you'll get recognized, and thus the connections happen.
Talking about your role as an assistant producer at ITV Networks NewsX.
Yes.
What was the real task that made you like, okay, this is serious now, I need to step up?
When you enter media, when you enter broadcast media, that is the very instant. The first day you get a task, you see the environment, and that's the moment, the very moment you enter into a media news channel, you were like, okay, this is serious. So there is no defining moment, it's always happening, and so you need to learn how to be on your toes.
Okay, the second you joined the industry, it was like you have to gear up.
Yes.
So that was the biggest reality check you got from after leaving the college and joining the industry.
Yeah, it was a reality check. The reality check was also that when you see things on air and that you're the one who's put it there, so you'll eventually learn that how to be more serious, because now you're accountable. So accountability is one thing that you learn the second you enter this industry.
You also interned with the Times of India, a very prestigious newspaper. Is the working culture different than working in a college magazine or some freelancing magazines that we can currently work in?
Yes, it's very different. First of all, you have a deadline to meet, and the deadline is not in a week, it's on the very day. Secondly, the thing is that it's more structured. So when you work for a college magazine, your main focus is to deliver stories on a monthly basis or maybe fortnight, right? But here, when you work for a newspaper, you're sending stories on a daily basis. Another difference is that there is a structure that they follow, and somewhere we do not really follow a strict structure when it comes to college magazines. So the thing is, the focus is to serve a larger audience there. So you try to focus on stories that are a lot of interest, but either way around, you're writing, you're learning, which is good.
So it's good to be a part of the college magazines. That will help.
Yes, absolutely, I would advise, because if you do not know how to learn as of now, how to write as of now, then eventually no matter which side you shift to, you will have problems.
So was there fun in Darpan or the Times of India? What would you rank higher?
Fun was everywhere and learning was everywhere, which is far more important.
Okay, so learning is important.
Yes, very important.
Okay, a question that every media person is asked. In today's race of views and TRPs, how difficult it is to maintain journalistic ethics. Have you ever seen a moment where you had a conflict between journalist ethics and the TRPs? And how is such a call taken?
As a media professional, there has not been a moment where we have not maintained our ethics. We always fact check our stories. I'm an assistant producer, so I always ensure that everything that's put on air is up to mark with the information we have. We've got our different reporters, and so no, we do ensure our ethics. We do ensure that everything that's put is on point.
Okay, so like now the sacred of all questions, an advice that you would like to give to your juniors.
My advice would be that you gear up. You realize that if you want to do this, you'll really have to give it your all, because when you shift from college life to professional life, the first thing that hits you is that there is a consequence to everything that you do, right? You have to take accountability. So I'm not asking you to let go of your college fun life, but I am, however, asking you to pick a side, start working on it, and learn to be on time, learn to be more dedicated, and knowledge is the only way you'll survive in this industry. There is no other way. If you don't have the skills, you're not going to make it.
So thank you for coming to Graphic University Haldwani today. We were really proud. We really enjoyed talking with you and your session. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for having me.